You put your hand on your heart and have your palm up. And recite this. Do you swear to tell the truth to the best of your knowledge?
I swear to tell the truth to the best of my knowledge.
Thank you. Council Illustrator, you may proceed with question of the witness.
Sorry, before I just start, I just want to say, in real life, my name is Mark, but for the purpose of this case,
It's fine.
we can call her Michelle.
Ms. Mangel, could you please tell us what gives you the right to be an expert witness today?
I have a PhD and I'm a distinguished professor of applied mathematics and statistics and Jasper Johnson in the Chair in Technology and Information Management at the University of California, Santa Cruz. I also direct the Center for Stock Investment Research and Cooperative Program between Fisheries, Ecology Division, Southwest Fisheries Science Center, NOAA Fisheries, and UCSC to train students and postdoctoral scholars in methods of qualitative population biology required for sustainable fisheries.
In your expert opinion, what constitutes scientific research?
Scientific research constitutes as devising alternative hypotheses and devising an experiment with alternative possible outcomes, each of which will, as nearly possible, exclude one or more of these hypotheses. Carrying out experiments so as to get a clear result as possible, and recycling the procedure, making sub-hypotheses or sequential hypotheses to refine possibilities that remain.
With this being said, would you consider JARPA 2 scientific research?
I would not.
Could you please expand upon why you would not consider JARPA 2 scientific research?
A program for the purposes of scientific research in the context of conservation and the management of whales has defined and achievable objectives to contribute knowledge that is as important to conservation and management of whale stocks. It has to use the appropriate methods that are likely to achieve the stated objectives, including lethal methods only where the objectives and the research cannot be achieved by any other means. For example, by the analysis of existing data and or the use of non-lethal research techniques.
Sorry, Ms. Witness, do you mind please speak slower? Just a second.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Setting sample sizes using accepted statistics methodology and linking mathematical and statistical models to data consistently. This also includes a periodic review of research proposals and results and adjustments in response to such review, and is designed to avoid adverse effects on the stocks being studied.
You mentioned lethal take. There's a controversy surrounding this. Could you comment on it?
Yes, there is a controversy, and the controversy is whether or not it is necessary to kill whales for scientific research.
What is your expert opinion on this?
I believe that there are other more effective options in obtaining these scientific research.
Can you elaborate on these other ways?
Yes. After 25 years of development in technology, science has given us the opportunity to tag whales to obtain knowledge of stock movement and migration and identification. And also, there is methods of biopsy, which take a small sample of skin and obtain the information of DNA, and it can assess the age. Another method is photography, to identify individual whales and determine the size and sex and the relative age.
So, in your expert opinion, based on the non-lethal ways whaling can be done, as well as your definition of scientific research, would you consider JARPA 2, would you consider the purpose of JARPA 2 scientific research?
Objection. Asked and answered.
Objection, leading question.
Sustain. Please repeat the question.
With all of this, what is your opinion on JARPA 2? I would not consider it scientific research.
Thank you. No more questions.
No further questions.
Thank you. Council Japan, would you like to classify the witness?
Yes. Could you please repeat your exact profession for the court?
Sir.
I am a professor of applied mathematics and statistics at the University of Santa Cruz.
How is it that a professor of applied mathematics and statistics knows so much about whale research?
I also have a background in ecology, and I work with fisheries, and I train scholars in methods of quantitative population biology required for sustainable fisheries.
But do you have any official degree that applies to you and makes you a valid witness on this topic?
I feel that the information I provided shows my knowledge on this topic.
The question was not whether you have knowledge of the topic, is do you have an actual degree on the subject at hand? Do you, yes or no?
Yes, I have studied JARPA and the research, and I have done this research.
All right. How exactly is the profession of statistics and applied mathematics used in the assessing of whale research programs?
You can apply statistics.
Please wait.
Ask and answer.
Sustain. Council Japan, please.
How exactly did you come into the field of whale research of a degree in statistics and mathematics?
I don't think that my personal preference to go into whaling is appropriate in this as a question.
Point of clarification.
Please.
Is it open for a justice to disagree with the question based on the possession? Advocate. Wait, yes.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I apologize. I'm still getting off lunch, sorry.
Please, can you please repeat the question?
How exactly did you come into the field of whale research based off a degree in applied mathematics and statistics?
I think that you can apply my background to many things, and I do not understand why it is necessary for you to know my specific reasoning on why I decided to go into whaling.
Do you believe that there is a specific outline or definition of what can define a scientific research program?
Do you believe that? I've stated that previously.
Do you believe that this scientific method is your opinion, or do you believe that this should be followed by all nations?
I believe, based on my research, that I have knowledge in what is scientific research and what is not.
Therefore, you would agree that this is your opinion?
I believe that throughout my background and the research I have done, I conclude that the knowledge I've stated.
Okay. So, in your testimony, you stated that for something to be considered scientific research or a scientific research program, one of the critical components of it was for it to have achievable objectives. Could you please describe how JARPA 2's objectives are not achievable?
The objectives of JARPA 2 do not classify as scientific research, for they do not obtain a testable hypothesis, and that is one of the ways to identify what scientific research is and is not.
However, would you not agree that if the IWC has granted permission for this scientific program to go ahead, that they will have reviewed whether or not this was a legitimate scientific program?
Can you please rephrase this statement in a question?
That was the question. But do you not agree that because the IWC has reviewed this program and has had to approve of it before it even began, that they must have approved that it was a feasible scientific program?
My research on JARPA 2 focuses on whether or not it is scientific research. I do not wish to speak about the reasoning behind whether it was passed or not.
However, on another note, you stated that you do not believe that the objectives of the JARPA 2 program are not legitimate. However, do you not believe that this can be determined by many different opinions, and that your opinion may not be the only scientific opinion of whether or not this is a legitimate scientific program?
I believe that conservation is very important in this issue, and that there are many other ways to obtain the information rather than killing the whales.
I'm sorry, but that didn't answer my question. I asked, did you not think that there may be other scientific opinions on this, and that your opinion may not be the only legitimate or opinion that could be based on?
I represent my opinion. I'm aware that there are probably other opinions out there, but according to what I believe, conservation in this issue is what I'm trying to highlight as a witness for this, and other opinions do not follow this conservation.
However, you brought up conservation. However, could you highlight how specifically JARPA 2 does not strive towards conservation?
Well, JARPA 2 does kill whales, therefore it is not conserving whales.
Again, the advocate would like to take this as an opinion. This is your opinion. However, the scientific, would you not agree in some respect that by lethal ways you can get more information in some respects or in some aspects of whale research through lethal methods than in non-lethal methods?
I feel that the majority of the information you obtain with lethal methods could also be obtained using unlethal methods that I mentioned before, such as biopsy tagging and photography.
However, are you also aware that lethal methods are not illegal under Article 8? Are you aware of this?
I'm aware of this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Council Japan may cross refer only one time. Council Australia, would you like to attend the please?
No further.
Thank you. And now the minutes will entertain questions from the justices. Justice Benson, do you have a question? Next justice. Next justice. Next justice.
What would you consider JARPA 2 if it is not a research program?
I would consider JARPA 2. I do not have the knowledge of what it would be. I just know that it is not a scientific research program.
Thank you, Justice Benson. Justice Humphries.
What do you mean by conservation? Conservation of a specific kind or just general whales?
Whales, conservation of the whales is what I'm referring to.
Next justice. Next justice. Justice. Please write the projector on this.
Do you believe that even though JARPA is using lethal methods to study whales, that we could learn more on how the internal structure of the whale works and is?
Justice, this is a leading question. Leading question to the minister not allowed. I already gave you a warning. Next time, second warning, third warning, you can speak as well. Is that clear? Very good question. Are there any further questions from the justices on the witness this time? No. Thank you, Ms. Witness, for assisting the court. Thank you. Counsel Ms. Jada, would you like to close your case?
Yes, yes.
By closing the case, which means you're not going to present your evidences or further witnesses at this point this time. Thank you. Counsel Japan, please start with presenting your evidence. So charge is this.
Oh, yeah. The advocate of Japan would like to make a point quickly.
Sorry?
The advocate of Japan would like to make a point to the council quickly. Would that be in order?
Yeah.
Japan just wants to apologize in advance. There was some issue with the documents initially. A lot of them aren't going to be highlighted correctly. Japan just wants to know
Please
that.
put that in mind, justices, and if you allow you to highlight specific points Japan wants to